It was a night of pure holiday magic at Birmingham's Crane Nightclub, where Cody Fisher danced wildly under pulsing lights, his laughter blending with the thumping bass and the cheers of his closest friends. In that electric haze, he spun toward his girlfriend Jess, flashing a grin that promised forever, until screams shattered the rhythm and the world tilted into nightmare. But this wasn't chaos born of chance. It simmered in the dark corners of grudges, forged by a blade and a vendetta that turned a fleeting bump into a death sentence. If true crime chills your spine and hooks your soul, hit subscribe button and get a ride with us. Now, buckle up. We're plunging into Cody's story, a tale of light snuffed out too soon. Cody Fisher burst into life in Redditch's warm embrace, cradled by a tight-knit town and a family that spotted his gentle fire from his first wobbly steps. Young Cody wove discipline and quiet grace into his bones, traits that lit up football fields and beyond, turning games into symphonies of sweat and heart. Football wasn't mere play for him, it was destiny, fueling his climb through Birmingham City's razor-sharp youth ranks to the greens of Stratford Town, Stourbridge, and Bromsgrove Sporting. He wasn't the showy, star-scorching Nets. No, Cody was the rock, cool in the storm, steady as sunrise, the teammate who elevated everyone with unspoken loyalty. Beyond the pitch, as a PE teacher, he ignited classrooms with infectious energy, coaxing kids from shells with patient nudges, whispering, "You've got this," until they believed it too. In those echoing gyms, Cody's true magic shone, a mentor who savored every aha moment, crafting stronger souls one high five at a time. To pals, he was sunshine in sneakers, the joker who nailed impressions, the rock who showed up at 2 a.m. with coffee and zero judgment. His mum Tracy nailed it. Cody had a soul of gold, words that lodged like anchors in the chests of all who loved him. Family was his fortress, his dog his shadow, and Jess Chatwin, she was his heartbeat. Best friend, spark, the one who turned ordinary evenings into adventures laced with inside jokes and stolen kisses. Christmas 2022 glowed for Cody. Family feasts, tales retold till sides ached, dreams sketched for the year ahead, life, blissfully, felt unbreakable. 2 nights shy of Boxing Day, Cody dove into Popworld's frenzy, a whirlwind of beats, bodies, and banter with his crew, pure, unscripted joy. In the crush, shoulders grazed like whispers. Cody's arm brushed a stranger's. Nothing, a ghost of contact in the club's sweaty pulse. But to Remy Gordon, 23 and wired with fury's fuse, that whisper roared like war, his ego flaring hot in the dim glow. Gordon wasn't built for chill. Whispers painted him volatile, cocky, a storm cloud trailed by yes-men who fanned his flames into infernos. He zeroed in on Cody like a hawk, demanding bows for an imagined sin. But Cody? He met the glare with steel-wrapped calm, unbowed, unblinking. No apology spilled, no fear flickered. Cody owned his space, unwittingly igniting a fuse that would burn through the night and into eternity. That spark? It didn't fizzle, it forged into obsession. Gordon's rage sharpening like a whetstone on steel. Barely an hour post-club, Snapchat lit up his screen. Cody's face blasted to a shadowed circle, Gordon's hunt kicking off with, "Who knows this prick?" No idle scroll, these were war drums, balaclava quips, knife-smuggling schemes, threats wrapped in dark laughs, ego's poison dripping line by line. He'd sniffed out Cody's Boxing Day haunt, the Crane Nightclub his battlefield. Those chats? Blueprints of malice, ego's blueprint for blood. A meaningless nudge on the floor had warped into Gordon's manifesto. Not forgiveness, but reckoning. War, declared in pixels. Boxing Day dawned festive, the Crane a sold-out supernova with 1,500 souls pulsing to DJ Marco Carolla's hypnotic drops. Cody and Jess waded in, arms linked, grins wide. Drinks clinking, bodies swaying, blind to the predators circling in the strobe-lit fog. The air hummed wrong. Clusters of stone-faced lads lurked by the floor, eyes like lasers, vibes heavy as storm clouds refusing to break. Security? A joke. Waves through doors, bags unchecked, a sieve for steel. Into that breach slunk Gordon and his shadow, Cameron Cammy Carpenter, 22 from Kings Norton. Carpenter, snared in Gordon's web days prior, wasn't there for the vibe. CCTV caught their stride. Predatory, synced, zero sway in their step. Cody and Jess lost themselves in the groove, her head on his shoulder, his hand tracing her waist. Love's quiet rebellion against the world's grind. But eyes tracked them. Gordon and Cammy ghosted through the throng, bar detour for a bottle-bashed prop, then back to the prowl. Paths collided near the heart of the floor, Cody mid-spin, alive with rhythm, when Carpenter struck, masked menace exploding from the dark. First, a slap like thunder, Cody's phone flying, then a headbutt, skull-cracking spite that buckled his knees in the flashing blur. Crowd rippled, unsure, then hell unleashed. Gordon and his pack swarmed, fists and boots raining like meteors, shattering Cody's jaw in twin cracks of agony. Jess lunged, clutching his bag, yelling, "Thieves!" Heart pounding, blind to the blade's gleam in the melee's red haze. Truth sliced through. Carpenter's knife flashed, burying deep in Cody's chest, then yanking free for a leg's vicious twist, blood blooming black under lights. Seconds. That's all it stole. Cody crumpled, lights dimming in his eyes as Jess dropped, rolling him gentle, fingers brushing the hilt protruding like a cruel flag. Her scream clawed the baseline, raw, primal, summoning guards for frantic pumps, medics battling through the stampede, but fate had already turned. Cody Fisher, 23 and unbreakable till then, breathed his last on that blood-slick floor, 1,500 ghosts bearing witness to love's ambush. Gordon and Cammy melted into the exodus, ghosts in the night, their win a hollow echo amid the wails. The crane froze into a tomb, tape cordoning chaos, West Midlands police diving into the frenzy's forensics, hunting truth in the shards. Hundreds spilled stories, loiterers who weren't there to groove, just glare. CCTV wove timelines, masks be damned, pinning their predatory dance. The lead detective called those first 48 hours a sprint through hell, appeals lit social feeds, phones flooded with shaky saves of screams and stabs. Forensics feasted on the floor's crimson map, the knife, ripped from Cody's chest by pros, locked in evidence's grip. No prints, but a sheath on a deli street whispered secrets. DNA sang, Cammy's, smeared on that sheath like a signed confession, chaining the blade to his hand. Street cams nailed the rest. Gordon's post-kill strut to a pizza joint, mocking the murder with twisted grins, a sociopath's encore caught cold. Digital noose tightened. Gordon's phone, seized in a dawn raid on his Birmingham bolt hole, spilled Snapchat's venom. Plans inked in intent. December 28th. Cops crashed the door. Gordon snared mid-schemer. Forensics cracked his device, unveiling the grudge's ugly script. Cammy, netted in London, ticket to Jamaica clutched like a fool's parachute. Hours from takeoff, cuffs snapped his escape. Rian Anderson, 19, scooped in the same sweep, charged with a fray. 7 total hauled in. 3 for murder, 4 for the getaway grease. Blitzkrieg justice. Days, not months, to cage the culprits. But for Tracy, Jess, the family? This was grief's marathon, endless and etched. Cody's fall ignited fury's firestorm. Knife crime's scourge roared back, clubs civ security shamed, a nation's heart howling for the lost boy. Tracy Fisher rose, blade sharp. "Cowards! Weaklings! Lock 'em forever!" Her voice a thunderclap for reform, pain fueling pleas for Steel's end. The crane's license snapped shut, knights silenced. Football kin mourned. Stratford, Bromsgrove banners bowed. Cody's jersey a flag for the fallen gentle. His echo? A clarion. Senseless slaughter demands we fight. Memory our fiercest weapon against the void. Tracy bared her scar. Grief a perpetual stab. Cody's room a shrine untouched. Boots by the bed. Laughter's ghost in every corner. Spring 2024. Birmingham Crown Court cracked open the case. 10 weeks of truth's tribunal. Prosecutors painting premeditation's portrait in pixels and blood. Snapchats screamed scheme. CCTV choreographed the kill. Witnesses wove the web. Gordon the puppet master. Carpenter the plunging hand. Defense flailed. Spur of moment. But Gordon's pizza pageant glee gutted that lie. The jury, stone-faced, saw the soul of the sin. Verdict dropped like a gavel's guillotine. Gordon, guilty of murder and a fray. Life, 26 years minimum, branded the venom's vein. Cammy Carpenter, murder sealed, left-handed thrust confirmed. Life again, 25 years chained, the blade's bitter wielder. Rian Anderson walked on murder's manslaughter shadow, a fray his only chain. 18 months served, license his fragile freedom. The enablers, bailed, then breathed free. No murder's weight, just echoes of what might have been. The chase closed, killers caged, but Cody's circle carries the crater. Raw ache, relentless rain, a life's light forever dimmed. What hits you hardest here? Ego's explosive cost, security's sleepwalk, or justice's jagged edge? Did the scales tip true or tease us with too little too late? Drop your raw takes below. Rage, reflections, calls for change. If Cody's fire fuels you, share this. Amplify the ache, honor the heart, remind the world. One spark can scorch souls. Thanks for riding this raw ride with Cold Case Files. Got a whisper on the wind, a tip too tiny to ignore? Spill it. Every shadow hides a lead. Till next unraveling. Question fierce, hunt bold, and let's drag more darkness into the dawn.